The legacy of Harriet Tubman on the 100th anniversary of her death. Harriet Ross Tubman was a woman who took on the challenge of her time. As an actor and scholar, I have told this woman's life story for almost 30 years. Two of the questions that I have been asked consistently have been, why did she do what she did? How could she do what she did? 20 years ago, I asked myself these same questions and more. What force was driving her? Answering these questions about a woman who was born almost 200 years ago might help us to answer some questions about ourselves in the world we live in today. Harriet Tubman was born into slavery around the year 1820, denied all the basic rights that humanity grants us, born to a mother and father who loved her but could not protect her from the cruelties of slavery, denied the light and truth of education because of the darkness and lie of slavery, bound by laws that were created to break her spirit, contain her mind, and use her body, forbidden to participate in the life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness this country claimed was its foundation. How did she survive? How did the Negro survive? They had faith in an all-powerful and loving God, faith that gave them the strength to look past what was and see what could be. Harriet Tubman endured slavery for almost 30 years. From the early age of 5, she was rented out to clean white people's homes and take care of their babies. As a teen, she suffered a blow to her head that caused her to suffer from narcolepsy and debilitating headaches. In 1844, she married John Tubman, a free Negro man and the love of her life, only to lose him to another woman. She became a fugitive in 1849. From 1850 until the Civil War, she traveled back and forth on the Underground Railroad, bringing her passengers from the South to the North and eventually on to Canada. She served in the Union Army as a spy, a scout, and a nurse. After the war, she spoke out for women's rights and opened her home to elderly and sick colored people who had nowhere else to go. Harriet said, "Freedom is a hard-bought thing. It demands a high price. It's not bought with dust or words or empty promises. It's bought with oneself, the bones, the flesh, the spirit. And once you've got it, cherish it." Tubman's lasting legacy, why her life resonates even today, is that instead of accepting the powerlessness and tragedy of her circumstances, she recognized the power of her God and the power of one person to make a difference.